Hey, welcome back. I'm Adam.
I'm Brett.
And we are the WALTWINS. And today
We're cooking an Italian favorite of ours.
an Italiano, that's right.
Obligatory.
Listen, one of Brett's all-time favorite Italian dishes.
In fact, I go to an Italian restaurant, I already know what I'm ordering, and
That's
it's
right.
chicken parm.
So he's gonna walk us through how to make this chicken Parmesan
On the Blackstone.
on the Blackstone. That's right, and we're gonna throw this over noodles, and we're gonna call it delicious. That's the hope when all
Oh,
said
it
and
is.
done.
Trust me. Watch this.
If you want to see our take on this amazing Italian dish, the chicken Parmesan, then stick around while we dig in.
I can't believe the WALTWINS. They're right there. That's one of them. That's the other one.
I'm the other one.
Like we said, welcome back. However, if this is your first time here with the WALTWINS, welcome. Consider subscribing and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything that we do around here.
Yep.
Especially cooking. Really, it's always cooking. But we are happy today to get to an amazing cook.
Yep.
Now, I'm really excited to do this one. We've done a shallow fry now several times.
Yep.
And it's been so successful that we have found actually doing this on the Blackstone is as quick as anything.
Yep.
So we love it. It's just as quick to cook it outside as it is inside. So
Yep.
we're going to show through the process. Brett's going to walk us all through it. Before we get to all that, Brett, let's talk about the groceries. What do we got in the groceries?
Well, of course, we do have the star of the show. We have this chicken breast that we will be tenderizing to kind of flatten a little bit for an even cook. We've got the Italian breadcrumbs. We're using Classico marinara. We are going to dredge them with buttermilk, and we will be putting them on noodles. Those noodles are not here, but we will put them on at the end.
I forgot to get the noodles in the shot. Now, we've done noodles on the Blackstone before. It took a little bit of time, so we thought for this cook, let's get them prepped beforehand, and we'll get everything else done outside. Also, one advantage to cooking outside, people have asked, you know, the ones that you should do inside, why do them outside? Another big advantage is you keep the heat out here rather than all in the kitchen and in the house. So
Yep.
it makes it nice, but let's glove up.
And it doesn't hurt that we're poolside.
Right. So I want to show the process. I went ahead and tenderized these just a little bit ago. So I'm going to show you that process right now. So this is the process of what I did to tenderize or flatten the chicken breast for this cook. All right, so to really make sure that we can get an even cook on the chicken breast, like we said, we're gonna flatten it. So all I'm using is my tool. If you've got one of these, I picked this up at the grocery store. I've had this for several years now. I love it. It is a meat tenderizer. It's not super heavy, but just heavy enough that it can be really beneficial when we are flattening the chicken breast. And all we're doing is we're not gonna hammer the heck out of it and break it. All we wanna do is flatten it. So we're actually not gonna bang straight down. We're actually gonna kind of push. So I'm kind of pushing up, pushing away from the middle. I'm not hitting flat down. And all this is doing is just making sure that I'm not going to not gonna break the chicken breast. And we're just trying to get this as flat as possible. All right, so for the most part, our meat is ready. It's about as thin as we're gonna get it without completely smashing it and breaking it apart. So we're gonna go ahead and put these in our buttermilk and let's get this process going.
Now, we already do have our marinara here heating up, and so we're just going to check that here real quick,
Looks like it's starting to boil just a little, bro.
which is nice. Get that nice simmer going.
We've done these shallow fries before. We've also done this dredge before. Now, what we have found, we used to use an egg dredge, but we have found using buttermilk instead. It makes it easier to handle, Brett. Also gives it some really good flavor. We like
Yeah,
the
it really
buttermilk.
does. Buttermilk is it's nice and sticky, so it does a really good job holding and binding the bread.
So we are using vegetable oil today. I talked to Brett about the possibility of using olive oil. Since we're doing a shallow fry, the oil will burn a little bit quicker and a little bit higher, so we need vegetable oil, which will handle that just a little bit more. I mean, we could use other oils as well. but
Peanut
this one
oil,
works.
canola
Yep,
oil.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to get our heat to medium low because we've learned with our Blackstone it cooks relatively hot. So, all right, so
Yeah,
in this
perfect.
area, perfect. We are temping between 500, 520, right in that zone. So we will be doing our shallow fry up here in the left-hand corner a little bit. That's where my oil tends to gather anyway. But for us, it's just a great place where we know we can control the heat. We've done it a few times. If you saw our fish and chips video, also the Chick-fil-A chicken that we've done as well, same type of process. We're using a different flavoring. We're using the Italian breadcrumbs, which will give it some really good flavoring. And we got salt and pepper in the
We got
dredge.
salt and pepper in the
Buttermilk,
buttermilk. So
right.
we're ready. Are you ready to go?
Let's
Okay.
get it
So,
on. All right, so Brett, let me go ahead and get the oil down here.
Yep. Whenever you're ready. I'm
And
just
this
going
is
to
shallow fry, so we want to make sure we get a lot of oil here.
Yep. Enough for I'd say about 2 chicken breasts.
About for 2 chicken breasts, just enough oil for that. There we go.
And now basically what we're going to wait for is when we really start to see the white smoke coming out. Well, as we speak, there it is. So it is starting to show
Heat
up
up pretty
and that is showing
well.
that it's showing us that the oil is nice and hot.
It's around the edge, specifically in the front. So we're gonna give it just another quick minute.
Yep.
And then we'll get it going there.
Yep.
All right. We normally will test this with flour. We don't have flour today. We've only got the breadcrumbs. All right.
All right. So first breast coming in.
All right.
And of course, we want to make sure this is completely coated. All the nooks, all the crannies, just make sure it's getting nice and coated well with the breadcrumbs here. Again, we are using the Italian seasoning. You can use, of course, panko breadcrumbs and season it yourself. We just went nice and easy today for this cook to show just how easy this cook is.
Nice.
I'm going to put it in again, as always.
Around the sauce?
We're going to lay it down and away from us.
There we go. And the crowd goes wild.
Slightly. That's a 3-yard gain.
Slightly.
It's a 3-yard gain clap. Now, because this is thin, it's only going to be a few minutes per side here.
Right. We trust the cooking process to get these cooked all the way through. Make sure they are safe to eat.
Oh, this Italian breadcrumb smells so good. And, of course, the marinara right here in my
Right.
face as I fling
Right.
bread into it. Oh, man, that is perfect.
Does that look beautiful? A little breakage from where I grabbed it with the tongs, which is why I
Alright,
went
now
with the
we come.
spatula. All right, so now what we're going to do is for this side,
I'm going to take one little strip of marinara and lay it right down the middle there.
oh
I'm
man,
going to put some, a couple slices of mozz on there.
this is sliced mozzarella cheese. Brett forgot to mention it when talking about the groceries.
Yes.
But that's what we got going on. So let that one cook, and then as soon as the other one's ready to flip, we'll do the same thing.
Exact same
so do
process.
we want to dome this one yet or not yet?
Yeah, let's get that because that one is cooking really quick.
Add a little bit of oil to that side.
Dome this buddy up.
All right, I'm gonna give this other one a flippity flop.
Yep.
Should I lay more oil? I want to lay a little more oil before I
Do
flip.
it. Yeah, in fact, that probably would have been a good idea to do the other side too.
Yeah, the oil didn't stay as much as I would have liked. Let me go ahead and give this a flop. Whoops. Oh, nice. Perfect. Oh, that looks amazing, bro.
It smells amazing.
Another minute?
Yep.
And that one's yours, my brother.
Yes, it is. I was going to call dibs on it anyway.
I already knew, flattening him out. I always know Brett wants the bigger one, so I let him have it.
I let him have one. Gives him my comeuppance.
So now that that's like that, we can go like this,
All right, put a
There
little
we
more
go.
steam right in between.
if you know what I mean.
Woo!
The steam met the oil.
They're not friends. We're still trying to get them to get along, but it's a tough task.
Look at that. It's done. How does that look, Kens? Right? Right. Oh,
put
and
that
you
here.
will be. So let's cap that one off real
And
quick.
see if they can be friends yet.
Oh, man. All right, where are we at?
Boom. I think that's good.
Good enough for government work? Here, go ahead and set-
Yeah.
go ahead and take the dome. All right, Kens, we'll do the same thing. Cut the heat. How is that? By the way, Brett had been wanting to do this for a long time. Another fun YouTube channel, The Crazy Pop,
Yes.
did this not too long ago. As soon as I saw it, I knew, all right, WALTWINS can hop on
Thank
this.
you, Crazy Pop.
Shout out to you, Crazy Pop. If you haven't had a chance, check out Crazy Pop. Very humble guy, does some great cooks with his little family there, and it is always a pleasure to watch the cooks that he does. He also has the air fryer combo. He has some great videos highlighting that as well. So don't forget to check out Crazy Pop, somebody else that we really, really appreciate and have enjoyed getting to know through the YouTube community. So check him out. All right,
And
so
YouTube community.
let's go ahead and dress these with noodles. All right.
Yes.
First of all, the smell. See what you just said right before we started getting back to the
all
point.
the cooks the WALTWINS have made, this is the best smelling ever. This smells like I'm sitting in an Italian restaurant. Like I said, I go to an Italian restaurant, I already know I'm getting the chicken parm.
Right,
When it
absolutely.
comes, this is exactly what it smells like at the restaurant. We got it right here in the WALTWINS poolside kitchen.
Absolutely. We were debating whether or not to put the chicken parm right on the noodles. And we thought, oftentimes when you go to the restaurant, what do? It's on
it
the
on the
side.
side, exactly.
So we dressed it just the same. And Brett would know because he's had plenty of restaurants.
Kind of a chicken parm connoisseur kind of guy.
Chicken parm connoisseur, this guy. Well, I'm just a food connoisseur.
Okay,
and I
cool.
like the good foods. But Brett, like we say, this can look amazing.
It can't not look amazing.
We might be petitioning this to get into some cook magazines.
Oh,
like a
yeah.
pig
Oh,
for
yeah.
this. This will be showing up on our Instagram for sure.
Yes.
Okay, but it can smell amazing.
Have I mentioned that it smells good? I don't know if I've mentioned that.
But if this doesn't taste amazing, this was all for naught.
Cheers.
I'll eat to that, my brother.
Yep.
Let me just sit here and savor the flavor.
The marinara
Wow.
really makes this, the chicken, you know what you're getting in the chicken
Right.
with the Italian seasoning.
That mozzarella,
Oh yeah.
stretching for days.
Gives you such that good cheese pull that you like,
Wow.
that you look for.
This is so easy to just cut into. Mouth watering. It is still warm as can be.
The angel hair
Absolutely
pasta,
delicious.
the way to go for this as well.
Man, we had to set those down or we're going to devour the whole thing.
Oh my God.
So one thing that Brett was just telling me had to do with making sure these are cooked all the way through because he's made the mistake before.
Adam does get really, not really, but he'll get like a little like fluster, like, oh my gosh, I think it's gonna burn. I'm like,
worry it's
listen,
gonna burn.
because I have done this before. And it's chicken, so it does have to cook thoroughly
All the way through.
Yes, you can double check. You can lift as many times as you want to make sure that it's not burning. But you definitely want to make sure it's cooked all the way through, and then you're going to end up with this amazing result.
So going to the
It's-
temperature, a lot of times with our chicken, if we're not sure, we use a temperature thermometer
Yep.
to make sure we're getting it up to temp. These were good. They cooked perfect. The other key is making sure that we did flatten those before so we get a nice even cook. Otherwise, you'll have part of your chicken that's good, part that isn't. But a point that I definitely wanted to make because I forgot to mention it earlier when Brett was telling me, he's like, we got to make sure we cook these all the way through. Otherwise, we're going to end up with some not cooked chicken.
And I just want to say a shout out to the Classico company because this marinara,
Is
and the reason
legit.
why we want to have it with a jar is because I actually have a marinara recipe that we will be sharing on the show. But that is like a cook in its own because it's pretty time consuming. So we're going to show Adam and you coming up. But this Cabernet marinara sauce tastes.
It's our family's go-to,
It is
man.
so
We love
fresh.
it.
It's so good. So
When
we're not paid for that. That's
Right.
not a product.
Not a product placement, not an
However,
advertisement.
Classico.
Check the link description. No, I'm just kidding. But we do really like it. It worked really well for this dish. But this is a really simple one. You get the fry going. The total cook time was maybe just waiting for the chicken to cook, getting it all together, and then cooking the chicken. Outstanding. Kenzie,
8 to
how does
10
it
minutes,
taste?
maybe?
Kenzie's loving it off the side here. We love it. We'll share the rest with the family. Absolutely love this one. But Brett, aside from coming to make this amazing Italian dish, the chicken parmesan, your favorite Italian dish.
Yes, and another weekly favorite.
There we go.
Brett WALTWINS household.
So why else are we doing this?
Because all we do is twin,
No matter what. And with that, we bid you adieu.
And a don't
Forget to like and subscribe. And griddle on.